Oh, she doesn't look so good. Sorry for disturbing you, but are you okay?
Dizzy. It's like I'm returning to the moon.
Wait, it's not that bad, is it?
I sense the moon's power within you.
We got the moon marrow back from the Fatui. Can it help you in any way?
And what do you require this time?
Come on, don't even think about that. Right now, you gotta focus on getting better.
I might need your assistance in the future.
Oh, very well. Give me your hand. Back to Earth. My thanks.
Your feet never left the ground. But anyway, feeling any better?
Significantly. The moon within your body, it is as silent as a reflection in the water. Fascinating. I merely drew forth a ray of its light from the water. Enough to keep me tethered to the ground for now.
I think I sensed some other changes as well.
That is the moon goddess's favor. All things I come into contact with will bear this mark. It is harmless, and will fade over time.
Speaking of which, do you want to be the Moon Marrow's custodian, now that you've got your power back? It's supposed to be something that belongs to a god in any case, right?
It is the remains of Arya, goddess of the eternal moon.
So it does have to do with... Wait, what?
Did you not know this already?
Llama just said it was different from the other fragments, and that she could sense divine power within it.
And she is correct. When I drew that ray of moonlight from the marrow, I also drew some memories from within. That is how I know that it belongs to the goddess of the eternal moon.
But Llama also saw the past by using the Moon Marrow. Why didn't she see that?
There were once 3 moons in the sky, each belonging to a goddess who ruled over it. But after the War of Funerary Flame, all 3 lay slain, and 2 of the 3 moons were shattered during the conflict. After Arya's death, her power coalesced into this moon marrow. The iridescent moon's remains have never been found. And while the Frost Moon's goddess died herself, her moon was never broken. As the prophecy stated, this moon would birth a new deity sooner or later. The entity the Frost Moon Scions call the Kutar. I can sense that my power belongs to the Frost Moon, but it lies beyond the false sky, too distant from me. Forget controlling it. Sensing it alone requires immense effort.
Oh, wait, let Paimon count this up. We have the Eternal Moon's Marrow with us. No one can find the iridescent moons. Does that mean you have the Frost Moon's Marrow inside you then?
No. It can only form after the moon goddess is dead. Consider it a form of energy core. You may as well ask if there are rocks on the moon.
Oh, so you're saying that you represent the Frost Moon's power, right?
Yes. Now, a god with a gnosis is named an Archon. Since you bear the moon marrow, does that make you a moon goddess? You do not wish to become one?
That's not really the problem here. Also, why are you so eager to pass that title on to someone else? Anyway, never mind this becoming a moon goddess stuff for now. We're asking if we should return this moon marrow to you.
I do not desire it.
Huh?
Nor does it desire to come to me.
And what does that mean?
When I came into contact with its power, I sensed a kind of rejection. I can only guess that this is because I, too, am a moon goddess. Two moons will not rise at the same time, let alone consume one another.
Guess it's stuck with me for now then.
You sure that's gonna be okay? Glauma did say that you've hidden its power well, but the damselette sensed it just fine. And it's the wild hunt we're dealing with here, not some run-of-the-mill enemy. If it detects the marrow...
The wild hunt? You speak of that phenomenon as if you were describing a person.
Well, it sure looks like there's a person behind it all. Someone with a super clear goal, too. They've been after the moon marrow non-stop.
That seems to ring a bell.
Huh? Does it really?
My colleagues used to mention someone, back when I was still with the Fatui. He hailed from Conria, gaining abyssal power during the cataclysm, and he had a consuming fixation on the moons.
Conria? Well, we don't know if the phantom we saw has anything to do with that, but the details kinda match. What was his name?
I only know what others called him. The Reihir of Solnari. Huh. There was that title too. Yes.
Wait a second. Dane mentioned him, didn't he? Does that mean that our enemy is Rerir, one of the five?
Huh? If that was the case, surely he'd be stronger than this, though.
I have heard that he disappeared not long after the cataclysm. But when I asked my colleagues where he went, they replied, "Do you really not know?"
Why would they say that?
The tale of his final fate has it that he fell into the moon's reflection, from which there can be no return.
Wait, hold up, pause. There's just too much information.
I felt the same. They seemed to think that I should be the one who would know everything about the moons. But as I said, my prologue lies beyond the false skies. I do not even remember my name.
Oh.
Either way, following his departure, the wild hunt situation worsened drastically, and it has since become a byword for abyssal disaster. The present phenomenon may have inherited the same title, but it far surpasses its past incarnation in both scale and lethality.
Oh, to think that we're up against one of the infamous 5 sinners. That's way too much for us to handle. That incident on Star Sand Shoal must have been luck then. Or maybe he wasn't giving it his all. And even then, he still defeated Marionette.
Oh? What did you just say? Would you mind repeating that?
That's your ex-colleague? So, we were on Star Sand Shoal together, and she was beaten by the Wild Hunt, too. Did you just laugh?
No.
She totally did. Are you two on bad terms or something?
No. I simply imagined the put-out expression she must have worn in that moment, and found it interesting.
She seemed quite shaken.
Oh, she'll adjust soon enough. She's very good at that.
Okay, anyway, we've gotten off topic. Now that we know how dangerous the guy targeting the Moon Marrow is, you sure you want to carry it around with you, Traveler?
If Fatui intelligence is to be believed, Rerir would prevail even if all of Nod Cry were to stand against him. Perhaps something restricts him, if only for the moment.
Before I decide, there's a favor I'd like to ask you, Columbina.
What do you need?
Do you think you'd be able to show me what happened when my brother and I arrived in Nodcry? I mean, when our spaceship first landed?
Sure.
That was quick.
As I said, this to me is but a single ray of moonlight. Nothing to it. Give me your hand, and ready yourself.
Where is this?
Lumine, come on, we have to leave this place!
What?
Hey, are you okay?
Our spaceship. A long, long time passed after we landed. No one left the ship during that time. But Ether found me from outside of it somehow.
Huh? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
The secrets within memories are like cookie crumbs. Take a bite, and they go everywhere.
All right. I'll keep the moon marrow with me.
Well, if you say so. Paimon can't stop you, but still. Ooh.
Will you need my help? I could help you conceal the marrow.
You could? Oh, that'd be great.
Detecting it within you is already no easy task, but I can teach you to further conceal its presence using Kuvaki. Like this.
Ooh, looks like a shield.
Can you sense it? Now, try to maintain it. You learn quickly.
Huh. Looks pretty sturdy. Could probably be used in self-defense in a pinch, huh? Are you always here, Columbina? It's kind of dangerous out there, sure, but have you, like, taken a walk outside or something?
I dislike strangers. Slightly better.
Yeah, the Frost Moon Scions have changed since you last saw them. Who knows? You might actually like them.
I will consider it.
She seems kind of tired. Either way, thanks for agreeing to help us.
It wasn't much. The flowers here. They like guests like you.
The Raker of Solnari. I've never heard that name before. Let's keep this news confidential for the time being. It would only cause even more panic amongst the people of Nodcry. But if this Rarir is as you describe, he will be a truly formidable opponent if we try to take him on by our strength alone.
Yeah, things might be okay if everyone was willing to work together, but right now... Exactly! Whatever the case, let's start by telling those we can get to join up about the crisis. As it happens, we have our own reasons to protect Nodcry, but even if we didn't, we'd never leave people in the lurch. That ain't our style.
Thank you. The Frost Moon Scions will stand with you to prevent this crisis as best we can. In addition, I believe that the relationships between the various factions in this land are not cast in stone. The winds of change are blowing, and we Scions have nowhere to run. Our faith, our sect, all of it is here. Whether our foe is the Fatui or this Raker, we must stand our ground and remain true to ourselves, even to the last.
Well, let's see. Speaking of allies, the Krumkake craft shop is the closest by, right? Enough is sure to help us.
Come, children. It's time to offer up your prayers to the moon goddess.
Nothing's going right lately. Is a good night's sleep too much to ask for?
There, I know. If nothing is going right, then nothing is the problem. And if nothing is the problem, everything is going to be alright.
You really think so? You know, Inefa, you've gotten a lot better at comforting people since you went away. I bet it's the Traveler's influence.
I could not say, but thank you. Please get some rest. I will inspect these sorting robots for you.
I'm gonna give each one a hit on the head with my wrench. I gotta see for myself which one is going haywire. Oh, Traveler! Paimon! It's you!
Hi, Aino. Hi, Inefa.
It feels like it's been ages since I last saw you two. Or, wait, maybe not. I don't know. It's all a blur. Sorry. I didn't sleep too good last night. My head's a mess. But anyway, seeing you makes me feel a bit better.
I know. It appears my analysis was correct.
Huh?
You were getting upset over nothing, but now that the Traveler and Paimon are here, your mood has improved. Conclusion. Everything is going to be alright.
Huh. Well, I can't fault that logic.
Oh, what's the matter, Aino? You can tell us. Whatever's going on, we'll help you out.
Oh, it's nothing major. People keep getting into fights around here, and last night they crashed right into my workshop. All the clinking and clanking makes it hard to sleep.
Oh, sounds like the Clink Clank Krumkage craft shop is living up to its name. Oh, sorry, not the point. So, who are these people? They sound dangerous.
Do not be alarmed. It's a group of treasure hoarders on the run after stealing from the Fatui.
Treasure hoarders? Dipping into the Vatui's pockets? Wow, the Nokrai faction's pretty bold. Sorry, again, not the point. What matters is, disturbing people in the middle of the night is unacceptable.
Yeah, before Inefa came back, all I could do was hide in the workshop and curse them under my breath. But now, I can teach them a lesson.
I already cleared them out last night. You will not be bothered again, I know.
You're the best, Inefa.
Wow, so problem solved, right?
Well, the sleeping problem is solved, but now there's an issue with my prospector bots. They're supposed to sort out the useful treasure from the junk.
Nice! Sounds impressive.
No, not impressive. There's a traitor among them.
Correct. The sorting bots delivered several items of no utility this morning. The ratio of useful to non-useful items suggests that one of the bots has malfunctioned.
My bots don't just break down for no reason. You know what I think? It was sabotage. And it must have been one of those people from last night.
Then we'll find them and make them pay.
Yeah! But first, I need to figure out which bot they messed with.
How are you going to do that?
By staring him down. You gotta put a little pressure on him and see which one starts to sweat.
Okay, so psychological warfare? That works on robots?
I don't if it doesn't work, I'll just drag them into a small room and interrogate them one by one. Whoa! How's that fair? Two of them are just hard-working little bots. If I take them apart even though nothing's wrong, it'll hurt their feelings.
Okay then. Ahem. Alright, listen up, you three. One of you has messed up big time. And if you don't own up, you'll be dragging your friends down with you. So, time to come clean. Or we'll... what are we gonna do again?
We'll let you off, but just this once.
You stared them down all right, Traveler. Notice anything off?
Yep, that's it. What did I say? A little psychological pressure does the trick. Come on, help me catch him.
I know! Enema! We caught him! Do you need to check him over?
Analyzing exterior. No anomalies detected. The probability of malfunction due to an external injury is low.
Huh. Must be the processor then. Let me open him up and have a look.
Uh-oh! He's on the run again!
Catch him!
What? Is that him? How did he get so big?
No, those are scrap sorting bots. It appears he can still connect to them.
Okay, well now I'm getting curious. There's more going on here than a simple malfunction. But we need to catch him first. Try sucking him out!
Oh, finally! We caught him! Man, what is going on with this bot?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Huh? You can talk? I know. Is he supposed to do that?
No, it's not possible. I mean, my prospector bots do have a voice function, but it's all preset phrases. There's no way they have awareness like a Nepha. Their cores aren't even a fraction as advanced as hers.
But it seems like he can communicate. Could his core have been upgraded or something?
Can you mind your own business?
Jeez, why is this bot so aggressive? It's like we're the ones being interrogated.
Oh, just you wait. If you don't get out of my sight, I'll round you all up and send you straight to the Fortress of Marrowseed.
The Fortress of Marrowseed. What kind of place is that?
What is it again? Marrowpeed. Yeah, that seems right. Would you stop with the personal questions? So intrusive. Leave a girl alone.
Whoa! What do you mean, girl? You're a junk sorting robot.
I'm a girl.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened, but something is definitely wrong here. This isn't the prospector bot I know, that's for sure. Well, guess the only way to find out is to open you up and see what's going on.
Don't come any closer! Somebody help!
It's okay. I'm a girl too.
That doesn't change anything!
Apologies, Traveler in Paimon. Aino prefers to devote her full focus to solving problems. I believe she needs some time to get to the bottom of this issue. Perhaps it would be best to follow up tomorrow.
Weird. I know I only installed an average Nogcry machine core.
Aino and Eppa, we're here!
Greetings.
I mean, I found the source of the malfunction, but now I have way more questions than answers.
What? Why?
The bot has the wrong core. It is not the one Aino installed originally, but the core of a clockwork mecha from Fontaine.
It has the wrong core? Oh, so now we have to hunt down the original one?
It's no big deal. The original core was just something I salvaged from a pile of junk. Believe me, it's nothing special. The problem is, this new core is really advanced. I don't even understand half of its functions.
Really? Is that why it can talk like an Eppa?
No idea. What I can tell is that this core went through a massive explosion at some point. Almost all the modules are damaged, but I can't fix any of them.
Wow! If even Aino's stumped, it must be really complicated.
The core originates from Fontaine, but little is known about this technology. Without relevant knowledge, a breakthrough will take time.
Yeah, but it's not all bad news. I managed to extract a useful bit of information from the data I could salvage. One word. Charred.
Charred? Is that its name?
I doubt it, but I'm sure it's important. It was stored in the deepest part of the core. That's the best protected part, which is why I was able to salvage something from there.
The best protected part?
In the event that my core sustained damage, that's where I would move all Aino-related data to keep it intact.
Ah! Knock on wood, knock on wood! Your core is gonna be just fine, Inefa. Don't jinx yourself like that.
I was engaging in a hypothetical discussion.
Doesn't matter, you still gotta say it. Say knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Like that?
Yeah! Whew, that was a close one.
Huh?
Anyway, I bet there's other data preserved deep in the core too. Otherwise, this thing wouldn't be able to talk. And I'm gonna extract it all. Here, data, come to Aino.
Man, this core is so mysterious. But if it's so high-tech, how did it end up inside a random prospector bot?
Bingo! That's the question, isn't it? Who replaced the original core with this one and why? I mean, even though it's damaged, the research value is off the charts. Bingo! That has to be the answer. You know what happened the day before it started malfunctioning? The Fatui chased a group of treasure hoarders straight into my workshop. I'm thinking the treasure hoarders stole the core from the Fatui and needed a place to hide it. So, they stuffed it in my prospector bot and handed the original core over to the Fatui to smooth things over. Makes sense, don't you think? I'm pretty clever, right, Inefa?
Of course. In fact, intel from the curatorium appears to corroborate this hypothesis. Several of Marinette's subordinates were robbed on their way back to Snezhnaya. Although it is unclear what was stolen, the culprits were identified as a group of 3 treasure hoarders. Their leader is a silver-haired woman wearing a hood. As for the remaining 2 members, there is a man with pink hair and a man with purple hair.
Wow! treasure hoarders around here aren't bold.
Actually, this group has only been active recently. The Curatorium suspects them to be outsiders not local to this area.
Who cares? Yehoda said they're just a bunch of small fry anyway.
Yeah. If those treasure hoarders really did mean to hide the core in this bot, they're probably gonna come back for it.
Let them come. If they're nice, I'll even share my crunkakes with them. And if they're mean, Inefa will give them a good old knuckle sandwich.
And if they try to take back the core?
I already thought of that. I'm just gonna hide it. Inefa, can you get Little Chard and the others to come over here? Okay, hold on to your hats. I'm gonna hide Little Chard in a scrap prospector bot.
What did you just call me?
Come on, we have to call you something. What? Do you already have a name?
Lombro.
What kind of name is that? Did you get it from somewhere in your data bank? It doesn't sound like a little girl's name to me. Oh, so use Lombro as a last name. Huh, I kinda like it. Then it's decided. You're Chard Lombro from now on. No complaining, all right? You're stuck with it either way. You're the one who decided to hide out here, so from now on, you work for me.
Don't think it likes the sound of that.
Correction. This bot has no capacity to like or dislike something in its current state.
Huh? Why?
Because its core was destroyed 6 ways to Sunday. So, right now, its tone and mannerisms are all just a simulation of whatever data has been preserved. Like, remember how I found the word chard in the data? Well, if that refers to a person, then basically, Little Chard is just imitating their way of speaking.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Anyway, we can figure all that out later. First, we need to make sure Little Chard is hidden. Why don't you take the reins, Traveler? It's super cool. You'll see. Nice job! You've got some engineering chops, that's for sure. And thanks to you, I'm now the proud owner of the most advanced prospector bot in town. I expect good work out of you, Little Chard. But don't worry, you'll be compensated.
Like I care.
We gotta do something about that temper of yours. Maybe a little flour on your head will soften you up a bit. There, much cuter. Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, Paimon, if you ever pick up stuff you have no use for, like screws and nuts and things, just bring them to me. I can make them into flowers or use them to upgrade my console. Oh, and I don't expect you to hand them over for free. I pay good prices for scrap. You're gonna want to stop by every day. Deal? Awesome! Turns out Inefa was right all along. Everything is gonna be alright. Good luck out there on your travels. I hope everything goes alright for you too.
Finally, approach detected. We meet again.
Listen, listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
Threat level exceeds expectations.
Phew, doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens! You were there when we fired it, right? If that isn't the kind of firepower that helps you sleep at night, I don't know what is!
True, but the cannon only works against shambling monsters, right? What if Rarir's super fast?
Well, we'll just get enough to go grab him and tie him down.
You're not taking this seriously at all, are you?
Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town. More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
You sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh?
Of course! This is gonna be the shot that shocks the world. All of Nagkrai, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure, travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the wild hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices.
Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago?
Yeah, it's still new news. So not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only just now. I'll send Anafa over to Nashi Town with some flowers later.
He seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's sergeant majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Hey! What do you mean, actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Anafa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
All right. We'll see you later.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commission. Ad Astra. Huh? That's not the price we agreed on. What do you think you're playing at?
Dear Miss Yehoda, if you manage to return the object of your next commission intact, then I assure you your reward will be paid in full.
It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know a bunch of monsters were gonna jump me out of nowhere and knock me into that river?
Might I also ask that you don't spread so much misinformation to our clients when you're escorting them in the future?
I wasn't spreading misinformation. Most of what I said was based firmly on the truth.
The master bandit who has stolen from every town and village in Nordcry.
That was just me trying to sound cool. No one told me the client was from the Fontaine Guards. She wouldn't stop questioning me the whole way. That woman takes herself too seriously. No sense of humor at all. I can't believe she asked the guild to revoke my membership.
The fixer who protects all of Nasha Town.
I was talking about Boss Neff. I was telling the client about her.
Regardless, Miss Yehoda, if you wish to take on any more commissions in the future, it would be best.
I know. Be careful what you do and say. Boss Neff's always yammering on at me. But my mouth gets all itchy when I don't use it too long.
Perhaps you could take a few pointers from our experienced adventurer here.
The Traveler? I guess she's not the worst person to learn from. But you're gonna need to wait for me to take this reward back to Boss Neff first. She ain't gonna be happy that it's not the full amount. I feel a lecture coming.
This must be it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that ratnik guarding the door, though. Should we go speak to the guard first?
Might as well try squeezing blood from a stone.
Ah! Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Aino told you about this then? Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess? Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed to get in at all?
Just follow me.
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
The paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter.
Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed? So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred.
Flint's?
We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no disagreements with the Sergeant Major that we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen. So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which will require a reasonable explanation.
Yeah! He said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
Yeah! What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, barring identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
Precisely. In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flint's would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flint's ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rerir may have already killed Flint's long ago, and been living as him for some time now. Yes, that is our ticket to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down, to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry, you'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh right, before we go, should we reveal Rerir's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people. Hey, why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rerir more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts? Unease grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rerir, nor trust in Flint's too lightly. This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Hey, you!
Rev the engines!
Whoa! Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on, let's go see! Monsters!
The wind knows me. Silence! Be sanctified.
Pyroclastic surge!
Bow your head.
This monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us. The fight took place here. Did Flint leave these marks?
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But is that really?
How shall we save you?
More baddies!
Incinerate! Light of the blazing sun!
The wind knows me. Bow your head. The tides beckon.
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
pesos. Sí, oemos. Yamalune satsesi brambo kalu. Ini obseli na prosininso. Presendi kestun.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first.
Tutonine torai desnerte.
You're a fool. You again.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern, now!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid. To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities. And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. And curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what Rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then!
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely. But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Yeah, throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily otherwise. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though?
Well, no, but...
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not inform anyone of my true whereabouts, so he should have had more difficulty tracking me down. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rerir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kuvaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rerir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh.
But every year they would say, "Wait a little longer. Wait a little longer." He often wondered if it was because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever. A most convenient choice for them, at least. Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rerir's head.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rerir be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way. I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've got to trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
We'll do our part too. All right, we're going in. See you later. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own. But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Ugh, this is so frustrating! You mean this?
I'm not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. And one more thing. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I had run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, That's rough for anyone, but even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Ino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other. What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise. 8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm was actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the Wild Hunt, and it works as intended. But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy, too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate. My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In and out.
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. The nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a Lightkeeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty. whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits. But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while. But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them, so joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still some things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall go and check our records to see if I can find any connection between the Wild Hunt, Rerir, and the Canon.
Will you need us to get you where you need to be?
Oh, I'll be fine. I keep a backup copy at my residence in case of emergencies.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Ratniki watching it?
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
All right, then. We'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh? Paimon's super tired now. But, you know, feels like we can breathe easier, now that we know you better.
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a Fae.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
It's getting late. The situation is urgent, but rest is vital. Good night, both of you.